Switch 2 has officially been announced by Nintendo, and I don't know about you, but for me, the hype is rising like crazy. Also, I am speculating and theorizing like crazy. And I've also been thinking a lot about what kinds of games and series we'll see on the Switch 2, which ones I'm hyped to see and which ones I'm less excited to see. And I have compiled them all into two separate lists. The games I can't wait to see on Switch 2 and the games I don't have high hopes for. As you could probably guess from the title and the thumbnail, this video is the one I'm hyped for. The other video will be out whenever I can manage it, but until then, you got this right here, right now. So, with all that out of the way, I'm NateBob27, and let's get on to the video. Let's go. But before we go, I gotta remind you to subscribe. It's so easy. One click is all it takes to be subscribed, so you might as well do it. Also, like this video while you're at it. I put a ton of work into these videos, and the least you can do is like this video and subscribe. But with that out of the way, let's go for real this time. The first game slash series is one I don't think you expected. I don't think I've mentioned Luigi's Mansion even once on this channel, but I do have to say, Luigi's Mansion is indeed very good. I love Luigi's Mansion 3. I like the levels, how like each floor is a different levels, the visuals. Oh my gosh, the visuals. I could talk about the visuals for hours, and like Luigi and all the other cool stuff. It makes the game just super cool. Very, very good. Do recommend. And it would be even more cool on the Switch 2. Luigi's Mansion 3's graphics are just absurd. It looks like a frickin' Pixar movie, some of these moments. They're just crazy. And I'm pretty sure on the Switch 2, it would look even better, because if it was 4K, it would make these moments that already look astounding look even better, and I just cannot wait for that. Also, I mentioned the level design is something I liked about Luigi's Mansion 3, and I feel like the Switch 2 could excel that to legendary status. I mean, some of these levels are just so cleverly put together, and I feel like on the Switch 2, the more power could offer greater level design, and I can't imagine how level design can get any better than how it is in Luigi's Mansion 3. It's just that good. I am very, very excited to see it on the Switch 2. I'm also excited to see what the location is gonna be. In the first game, it was just a normal mansion, and I never played the second game, so I don't know what it is in that game, but hey, I'll be able to play the remaster soon. And then in 3, it was a stinking hotel, which is very different from a mansion, so I don't know what it's gonna be in 4. Is it gonna be a theme park, a water park? Is it gonna be a carnival? I don't know why I'm just thinking about like amusement park stuff, but anyways, I am very eager to see what the setting will be for the game, and also the graphics and the level design and all that other good stuff. Even though I haven't mentioned Luigi's Mansion even once on this channel, I'm still hyped to see it on Switch 2, and I bet you did not see that coming. Now, the next series I'm going to talk about is probably one you did expect. Everybody likes Mario, and Mario has a bunch of spin-offs. I mean, you got Mario Kart, you got 3D Mario, you got 2D Mario, you got Paper Mario, you got Mario RPG, you got Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. You got a bunch of Mario games, and I'm pretty hyped for all of them, and you would probably think I'm only hyped for the big 3D Mario games like Mario Odyssey 2 or something, but now that the Thousand Year Door remake is going to be coming out, I'm very excited for the future of Paper Mario, because now it's not nearly as bleak or sad when, let's say, Origami King came out. And Mario Kart, oh my gosh, I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's probably my most played game on Switch, and that's funny because it's also the best selling game on Switch. I guess those two go hand in hand. But really, my gosh, the size of some of these courses and the visual layout and just the sheer performance of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it looks like a freaking PS5 game sometimes, and it has so many freaking courses. They're just all so creative, and I cannot wait to see what they come up with for Mario Kart 9. And all that isn't even to mention the 2D Mario. After Mario Wonder completely reinvented and shifted course a whole 180 degrees from the new Super Mario Bros. Games, I can say I am decently hyped for the next 2D Mario now. Mario Wonder is easily one of the most creative and just sort of fun Mario games ever, and I cannot wait to see what they pull out of their hats for the next 2D Mario on the Switch 2. Because I'm sure if they could pull off all these complicated badges and levels on the Switch of all things. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of craziness they'll get up to on the Switch 2, and especially the visuals. Mario Wonder looks so pristine and good. I cannot wait to see the new style of Mario on the ultra high definition screen of the Switch 2. Honestly, I'm hyped for any kind of Mario game that's gonna be on the Switch 2, because I feel like Nintendo can't do any wrong with this brand new age of Mario, which is super creative and fun and just experimental, and it'll only get more experimental and crazier and more creative on the Switch 2. So Mario is a series I'm staying hyped for, and that's saying a lot because before Mario Wonder or Bowser's Fury, I wasn't much of a Mario fan at all, but hey, look at me now. I'm hyped for basically any Mario game they can throw at us next gen. The next game I want to talk about in this video is another blatantly obvious one. Zelda is awesome, and Breath of the Wild is awesome, and Tears of the Kingdom is awesome. And you know what else is awesome? It is awesome that Nintendo pulled off all these crazy physics puzzles, ultra hands sticking things together, making flying machines Minecraft style on the Switch. It all runs almost perfectly on the Switch. Imagine what they can do with the Switch 2 if they casted some kind of dark magic to make Tears of the Kingdom run on the Switch, one of the most underpowered pieces of tech in the modern day. Imagine what they can do with the Switch 2, which would probably be as powerful as like a PS4 or an Xbox. Imagine the possibilities. They're probably making it full on VR with a world double the size of Elden Ring. Can you imagine playing a Zelda game like that? That's why I'm hyped for the next gen Zelda. Also, the graphics on the Switch 2 Zelda are gonna be positively obscene. If they can make Breath of the Wild look this beautiful with 720p graphics and low polygon counts, imagine what they can do with the 4K Switch 2. And this doesn't mean I forgot about 2D Zelda either, because the main thing I like about 2D Zelda is the tight level design and the tight layout of some of these dungeons, and the Switch 2's higher hardware power will allow them to make the level design even cooler, so Zelda is definitely a series I am hyped to see on Switch 2. And now for the series I'm probably most hyped for the Switch 2. I do love some Metroid games. Metroid is pretty cool, and Metroid Prime is pretty cool, and if my theory is correct that Metroid Prime 4 will be coming out on the Switch 2, then that would mean I can't even imagine the amount of hype that would build up for me. Metroid Prime 4 is probably my #1 most hyped game ever. I mean, Elden Ring was pretty hyped, I guess, but that still pales in comparison to how much hype I have for Metroid Prime 4. I don't even know why I'm so hyped for Metroid Prime 4. We haven't seen anything about the game, but still I can make an entire video off of just how excited I am for this game. And I even did my hopes for Metroid Prime 4. Go and watch it on my channel. Actually don't. That video is very old and it's also very bad. But needless to say, Metroid Prime 4 is one heck of a hype title for the Switch 2, and that's not even to say 2D Metroid isn't hyped either. Metroid Dread was probably one of the best Metroid games. It even dethroned Super Metroid as my favorite 2D Metroidvania, and that is not an easy task, my friend. And I am very confident in Mercury Steam to do it again on the Switch 2, and if they do it and make a game that's even better than Dread and Metroid Prime 4 comes out and it's amazing, then that would be a Metroid power couple on the Switch 2. Can you imagine that if Dark Souls 4 and 5 came out on the Switch 2 and they were the best Dark Souls games ever, it would probably still not even live up to how good two amazing Metroid games would be on the same console. And trust me, I love Dark Souls, so that's really saying something. So if my theory is true and Metroid Prime 4 comes out on the Switch 2 alongside a 2D Metroid game made by Mercury Steam that is even better than Metroid Dread, then I can't even tell you how much hype that would build for me. That would probably be the most hyped I've ever been for any game ever in my life. Or at least 2 games, because we're talking about 2 amazing Metroid games here. Please, Nintendo, make this happen, and I will buy not 1 Switch 2, but 5 of them to play Metroid Prime 4 and Metroid 6 5 times over. Please make this happen, and I'll be able to say that Metroid is the series I am positively most hyped for the Nintendo next gen. So there you go. Those were the series I am most hyped to see on the Switch 2. What do you think? Will Metroid Prime 4 come out next to the 2D Metroid game on Switch 2? Do you think the Switch 2 will be gimmickless like the Switch, or do you think it'll be gimmick-filled like the Wii U? And also, Connor, please consult me. Black Flags is indeed better than Sea of Thieves. I have poll evidence from YouTube. You can no longer deny it. See you in the next video.